Welcome back. I hope you are doing great. As a part of this video, we'll take an example and understand how the ER diagram is developed. What are the different steps we have to follow when you want to write a ER diagram? First and foremost thing is we have to analyze the requirements. After that, we can identify and draw the components. After that, review and finalize the ER diagram. What are the different components we are trying to identify here? We are trying to identify entities, attributes, relationships, and also cardinality ratios. When we are trying to draw an ER diagram or develop an ER diagram, we can follow some of the general guidelines. When you are reviewing the requirements, usually, if you know, entities are things or objects. So things or objects are always described by a nouns. Coming to the attributes, attributes are facts or properties, and also sometimes they can be nouns as well. When it comes to the relationships, verbs are the ones which describe the relationship between the entities. So you have to pay attention to nouns and verbs as a part of your requirement. Let us take a requirement to develop a database for a university. So whenever you are trying to develop a database, first thing is we have to go ahead and conceptualize the design by using a diagram, then go ahead and develop the database, right? So first and foremost thing is we have to analyze what are the let us look at the requirements. University consists of number of departments. Each department offers several courses. Number of modules make up each course. Students enroll in a particular course and take modules towards the completion of that course. And each module is taught by a lecturer from an appropriate department, and each lecturer tutors a group of students. So this is the requirement we have to develop a university database. As we already discussed, if I want to come out with the diagram, we have to analyze the requirement and identify which are the components, like which are the entities, which are the attributes, and which are the relations. So as we discussed in the previous slide, first and foremost thing is we need to look at the nouns. Okay, departments is a noun, course is a noun, modules is one more noun, lecturer is noun. Like that, we have different nouns. Then the next important thing is we have to identify the verbs. Let us get to the entities first. So department can be entity, course can be entity, module can be entity, lecturer can be entity, and student can be entity. So these are our entities. What is the next step? We have to establish the relationships now. If you look at the requirement, it says department offers the courses. When you are determining the relationship, why don't you go ahead and look at the cardinality also? Like here, one department offers many courses. It is one to many. Then let us look at what is the next relationship. Here, course includes the modules. So if you recollect, entities are represented by a rounded boxes. Relationships are identified by these diamond boxes. So course includes modules. The cardinality here is many to many. Then we have students who enroll in a particular course. So students enroll in a particular course. So it is a many to one relationship. And we have the student takes modules. He enrolls in a course. As a part of the course, he takes the modules. And we have a module taught by a lecturer. Lecturer teaches a module. Then we have a lecturer from the appropriate department. So lecturer is employed by a particular department, right? So this is how we identify the relationship between the different entities. That way, more or less, according to our requirements, this ER diagram is done. Is it done? Not yet. For each of the entities, we also need to come out with the attributes. Like we have student ID, name, address. So these are the attributes. So like that, we have to come out with the attributes for each of the entities. Like it is a department ID, department name, and department address. Like that, we have to come out with the attributes for each of the entities. Wonderful. Then we have learned how to create an ER diagram. Thank you.